Booktube. It looks so bright. Why can I not vlog? Why is my camera so shit? Why are you all so very crooked? No, I don't want to join. Don't want to join Dragon Oksana today. Why are you so dirty? Are you clean now?
Oh, hello, Papa.
Trying to get it right.
Hi guys, and welcome to another vlog. The plan for this week is basically going to be me trying to get through Master of One because it's a chunky book, and yeah, I don't want to rush it because I feel like I have read so many books this month so far, without including this one, which I'm definitely going to finish. I've read 17 books this month. This is not the norm for me. I took part in Readathon where I took the full week off work and I literally just smashed out about 7 books, and then I did a whole weekend vlog reading the Farsi trilogy, which I didn't plan to do. I just did it on a whim because I'm an idiot. I was isolating anyway, so I thought, why the frick not? Unlike my 24-hour challenge, unlike my 24-hour readathon, which I will link here, I actually did sleep during this because it was over 3 days. So I didn't do the whole bunch without sleeping. However, that may not be the case for Becca's Booktube. Booktube. I can't say that. Why does it sound weird? What is my life? Anyway, so you are currently sat on Master of One, so I will put a picture of it here if you don't know what it looks like. It follows a thief called Rags. It is YA because it is this. What I forget is that these are actually kids in these books. The things that they go through in these fantasy worlds, it's absolutely crazy, because I forget that in Six of Crows they were all teenagers as well, because they just don't. The teenagers these days, teenagers in real life would not cope in these fantasy worlds at all, in the states that they have to live in. I've noticed, I did mention this in another vlog and I can't remember if I cut that bit out or if I kept it in, but whenever they go to fantasy, they automatically go to this, what we would class as like the 1800s kind of time, do you know what I mean, where there was no mobile phones, there was they had to travel for days on a horse to get somewhere. They do that though, don't they? They go out to some world full of magic, but then the basic living is like no cars or anything. Obviously, unless it's an urban fantasy, like, then that's different. But a lot of the fantasies, these other worlds, all settles back about 100 years, 100, 200 years, like, or more. I never understood why that was a thing, why fantasy worlds had to be like that. But anyway, that's just me going off on a tangent. We're on Steph's reading sprint. She does some Patreon reading sprints, and we're on 36 minutes, so I'm gonna switch it over to my phone, find my phone, and listen to the audio on Audible while I edit the last part of my last week's vlog so I can get that up for tomorrow. And that's what we're doing. And I will update you when there's something else to update you on. Bye. Hey. So we're still on Monday. We are currently on chapter 15. And so far it is quite slow paced. I kind of expected that, given the fact that it is like 500, 600 pages. We hate Maureen. And we've not really found out much about Rags. It's just sort of like introduce you to Rags, and then introduced you to Morian, and then taken them on this. I don't think we've got to the part where they've not mentioned that they're looking for fey relics. We've got to a part where they're doing something, but I don't know if this thing that they're doing is looking for the fey relics. So I'm confused a little bit, but I'm really enjoying it. I don't know what to say without giving too much away, but yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. So what we're going to do is continue with sprints. I think there's about another 2 hours of sprints because Steph wants to finish her book tonight because she's got a review for it tomorrow, so there'll be 2 more hours of sprints, well 2 lots of 45. I am going to read until 11 and then I'm going to go to bed after that. If I don't update you tonight, I will update you tomorrow when there's something else to update you on. Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear my do 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 do? That's me playing Neverwinter. So as you can tell, highly productive afternoon. It's Tuesday, by the way. Hello, meine Freunde. Oh, I've just got a guild invitation. Do I want to join a guild? No, that's not the guild I wanted to join. I have done some reading. I'm on page 27, not page 27. I'm on chapter 27 of the Master of One. I will admit that it is slow paced. If you're not a fan of slow paced books, it's probably not going to be for you. It is taking a long time to get to the point. I don't know what to say without, I don't want to spoil it. I don't know if they're supposed to know what they're looking for straight away, or whether, yeah, I don't know, but I am enjoying it. I could do without the because I'm listening to the audiobook as well. I could do without the chapters being titled, because there are like numerous chapters where we're just following rags. I mean, if you're going to change perspectives or like follow a different person for a chapter, then change the chapter heads. That's a minor thing. That is a minor, not even related to the book, to the way that the writing of the book is. But that's just a little bit of a bugbear. It's whereas like with Six of Crows, each chapter that changed generally it followed like a different person, so that made sense to title different chapters a different person. But there were like 4 or 5 chapters in a row that was just rags, and at the top of the chapter title was like rags, blah blah blah, rags. Well, we know we're following rags because you told us 3 chapters ago. But yeah, that's a really minor thing. That's not even a thing. It's just something that I felt like pointing out. If you're gonna be reading it physically, you're not gonna really notice. But yeah, I am enjoying it. Tonight, 8 o'clock, is Patreon reading sprints with Jade. So, looking forward to that. Get some more reading done. At the moment, I'm just playing Neverwinter. This is my character. Should we just... There we go. Her. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. She is well shielded. She's called Kiara. So yeah. Just gonna play Neverwinter for a bit and then head on some sprints. I'll update you when there's something else to update you on. Peace. Hey. Hey. So I've just got off patron sprints with Jade, and I actually was on the sprints this time. So that was something new, and I was super awkward, and I was doing this a hell of a lot and messing with my piercings because I was nervous. I was way more nervous than I expected to be. And what is my hair? Why am I an actual mess? But this book. We are literally just past the halfway point, more or less, and we are just getting somewhere. Right, okay, so I don't know what rating I'm gonna give this book, because on the one hand it is so slow. There was still stuff that kept me interested, but it was very much the characters that I was interested in getting to know. The thing is, the way that the synopsis goes, it made me think it was a bit like, you know, oh god, this is gonna be a bit spoilery. So if you've not read Six of Crows, skip. But it was very much where he was told he was gonna do something, and he had to. It's like, right, okay, this is heist, you've got to go get this for me. But this book is very much not like that. It was, I don't know. It's they don't know, or they don't know from the beginning. Okay, this part isn't a spoiler. They don't know from the beginning that they're looking for fairy relics. He doesn't know that. This guy Maureen just basically says, follow these doors, and if you get through these doors without dying, I'll let you know where you need to go next. That's it. Doesn't really explain why he's doing this, what he's supposed to find. Obviously, the more they find, the more they realise what they are looking for, and the story unfolds that way. But it's not like he goes to this sorcerer and this sorcerer says, right, okay, I want you to find these fairy relics for me, otherwise shit's going down. Do you know what I mean? And that for me was slightly confusing, because like I said on the live, I built this up in my head to be this epic sort of adventure, like not like a heist, but kind of like trying to find these fairy relics. And I don't know, I built it up in my head and it's really not what I expected it to be, so that probably is my fault. But I don't know, I really do like the characters though. I really like Rags, and I really, really like Shining Talon. Those two are just great characters. And when we were introduced to one, I like one. I think two's really cute. Some of the stuff that they say, obviously, like in any kind of fantasy, the thing with fays is they can't lie, and that seems to be a running theme throughout any fantasy I've ever read. Fays can't lie, but they can withhold information and be deceitful. So Shining Talon can't lie. So it's some of the things, and he takes things very literally, and he doesn't understand sarcasm and like human humour. So some of the stuff he comes out with is really funny, and it's that's keeping me going, basically. So I'm not sure where this is gonna go. I don't even know if this is a standalone or a series, but I have thoughts. I have so many thoughts, and oh god, I don't know what to do. I really want to know how it ends. So in that respect, it is keeping me interested, because I want to know where it goes. I'm not hating it. I'm not finding it hard to get through. It's just taken a very long time to get to a point where I'm like, or where the characters are starting to think, oh shit, this is happening. Do you know what I mean? And it's taken over 250 pages to do that. And also the fact that this was not necessarily by the authors, because I've not seen any promo by the authors like promoting this as a queer book, but they say that it has queer rep in it. And again, halfway through, I think we're kind of figuring out that there might be something between some characters, but the rep isn't again what I thought it was going to be. To bring in rep this far into a book, I just think it's a bit strange. What are we going to do? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to think. I'm going to sleep on it because I'm not going to DNF it. It's not like trash, need to DNF. But, and I do want to, like I said, I do want to keep going with it. I want to know what's going on, and I don't understand why people are like, oh my god, it's queer, oh this is great, when it's not really. At the moment, anyway. Yeah, I'm just really confused. But I will be going to bed now, and I will update you when there's something else to update you on. Peace out. Also, I've got some TikTok songs stuck in my head and I can't seem to get them out of my head. That club girl till I ain't tricking, I ain't dicking bitches down here, down, pop that, put to the ground. And my daddy's got a gun, my daddy's got a gun, my daddy's got a gun. You better run.
Who you give your loving to, you'll end up leaving here with someone. I just don't wanna know. You be drinking way past 2, lights out and it's not me you're loving. I just don't wanna know. You with someone. I just don't wanna know. Cold sheets when you're leaving, used to sleep between them. Now I'm sleeping different. I let you go. I'm not used to feeling like I'm needed. Guess I must have missed it. I should have known. You're probably with your friends, dancing on tabletops.
Hello there. So, 'tis Wednesday. 'Tis Wednesday, and ignore the mess behind me. I just got home from work, and I don't know exactly what chapter I'm on because I'm listening to an audio for the most part, but I'm enjoying Master of One a lot more than I was. I think now that the story's starting to unravel a bit more, and things are starting to be realised, and yeah, I think it's getting a lot better for me. It means it's not going to be a 5-star because it's not fair to, well, it's not fair really, but it's not been oh my god, or it's not an oh my god book, but if it continues the way it's going, it could end up being maybe a 4-star. If you'd have asked me at the beginning of the week what I would have given it, probably would have given it a 3, just because of most of it is the pacing, honestly. And again, I think I really had high expectations of like a high octane quest for relics, and that's not what it is. But also that's on me, not on the book, because it's how I've interpreted the synopsis. But really enjoying it. It's getting, like I said, it's getting a lot better. So fingers crossed. I've got about 3 hours of the audio left. I don't know if I'm going to get much reading done tonight. Just because I've got other stuff going on. And I've got to edit my March TBR. But I should finish it by the end of the week. And if I can finish it, either tomorrow or Friday, I can start Elantris. And then, although I'll still be rolling it over into March, it won't technically be like a punishment because I would have already started it before the end of the month. Jade's on live, Patreon live, I'm gonna jump on that, and then yeah, I've got editing to do. So I'll update you when there's something else to update you on. I just realised I look like I've got a bit of an egghead. Anyway, never mind. Bye. Hi. So, I finally finished Master of One, and I can honestly say it turned around. However, I'm feeling like this is a series, or at least a duology, because if it's not then some things have gone unanswered and I'm slightly confused. So, what do we think of this? Okay, so I'm gonna quickly put it through Core because, let's move you over here, because I'm just a little, okay, so you obviously know that going through this, it's been a bit of a journey. It's been a bit of a journey. So, like I said, it's not a spoiler what I'm going to say, but he doesn't, well, the way that the synopsis reads is that it says, when his latest score goes sideways, he's nabbed by a royal sorcerer, Morian the Last, who forces him to steal 6 pieces of an immeasurable, powerful, ancient fey relic. Rags is still determined to somehow get away unscathed until he discovers that the relics Morian is after are people. Okay, so when I read that, I was like, right, okay, so he gets caught, like he's thievery. I've got a coffee at like 7 o'clock at night, I don't know why. This guy gives him a deal and says like, okay, you need to do this for me, and do you know what I mean? I imagined, I'm not explaining this properly, I imagined that he would be told exactly what he was going after, like, you need to get these relics for me, but he doesn't say that. He basically just threatens his life and just says, you need to do this for me. If you don't do exactly as I say, when I say it, I'll kill you. So that was the thing. So I was waiting for him to actually explain the whole situation to him. And then that never came. And then I realised that, oh, that's not what he's doing. He's getting them to find these things for him. But he's not out and out. They're having to figure out themselves exactly what's going on, why it's happening. So it's also kind of a bit of a mystery as well as to where these relics are, who they are, like, and that kind of thing. So it was extremely slow to begin with, and it didn't pick up until probably about halfway through, and that's when I got more and more interested in it. And also, like I said before, but there were people that were like, oh my god, it's queer, this is great, but there is some LGBTQ plus red in the book, but it's not by no means the main focus of it, or like any focus whatsoever. Not really, and that doesn't come to fruition at all until at least partway through the book, and then even then it's not kind of like, oh my god, it's there. Okay, so it came out at on the lower end, but it was a 4, and I'll tell you for why. Okay, so characters I gave an 8 because all the characters I think were really good. You don't delve into the murky depths of all their thoughts and feelings, but you do get a good grasp of the backstory on the characters, why they are why they're doing what they're doing, and who they are. So you get a good feel of the characters, and they are likable for the most part. Obviously the bad guy we don't like, but you don't get to know much about him, and he's not, say that he is a focus of the book, he's not present in the book a lot, and you'll realise what I mean by that. His physical presence isn't in the book that much, but the atmosphere was a 7. You don't get to know much about the world that they're in, other than it's ruled by a queen, and it doesn't really describe the surroundings. So the atmosphere was like a 7. The writing was an 8. Plot was an 8. Intrigue was a 9, and I gave Intrigue a 9 because, despite it being very slow paced, I was intrigued about what was going on. Like, I just wanted to know what was going on in the book. I wanted to know who these relics were, what the purpose of this whole thing is. When things happened, I wanted to know what was going to become of people. So that rated high. Logic was a 7. There's still a part of the story that's left kind of like in the air. Yeah, not everything gets answered at the end of the book, so which is why I'm hoping it's a series, and if it's not, why are you so dirty? Are you clean now? Yeah, you're clean now. And then enjoyment was an 8, because especially from the middle part onwards, I was really enjoying it. Middle to the end is the part that pulled it from a 3 to a 4 for me. The way that they kept me intrigued is obviously what's pulled it up as well. They got some splaining to do, is all I'm going to say. But that is the Master of One done, and it's Thursday. So what that means is I can start to pick up Elantris. Throne of Glass, I can't remember if I said this. If I have, I'm probably going to cut this bit out, but I don't know. Throne of Glass is probably going to go on hold for the foreseeable, because I am going to do a thing where I buy the full series and read it within probably a week, and do like a week-long reading the Throne of Glass series or something like that. The Life Traders trilogy is another. So there's going to be a couple of series where I do sort of like the reading vlogs I do for that week will be like a week-long reading vlog of me reading a series. So I'm going to make that part of it, rather than try and like speckle them in between my TBRs and things like that. Especially when I've got book clubs on the go as well. I just think that it was just a bit much for me to take on at once. So if I buy all of them over the next couple of months and then dedicate a full week reading vlog to them, and make it like a bit of a challenge for me to read the series in a week, I'm going to do it that way. So what I'm going to do is, at the moment, I'm playing a bit of Pokemon on the Switch, and that's me. I don't know why she's still running. I can't. There we go. I am really liking the whole reading along physically while listening to the audio, and if I could do that with every single book that I read, I probably would, because it helps me a lot, especially with longer books. So what I'm going to do is try and get Elantris on audiobook and crack on with that while I play some more Pokemon. I really am trying to build up the nerve to stream while I play World of Warcraft or Neverwinter, but I literally logged on to Neverwinter for the first time in probably about a year the other day and died straight away. So I know for a fact that if anybody, not that anybody would watch my stream, but if anyone was to come across my stream, they wouldn't stay for long, because shit. So what we're going to do is play a bit of Pokemon, possibly log on and play some Neverwinter or Warcraft for a couple of hours, and I'm going to try and get a slightly early night. A little bit of an early night. I'm going to have a bit of a chill weekend. And I've got some videos to edit. I might edit my video first. I've got to get up my March TBR and my February wrap up. So those are books. Those are things I've got to edit. I don't know why, I've just been feeling really tired lately. So that's a thing. So we'll see. Boo! Bitch, I'm a ghost. I go on for days and days, shadow the most. Yep. Callie. I wanna pop out. You wanna lock up? Fuck do you mean? Pretty beach. Right, okay, so I'm gonna head off and finish my editing, play some Pokemon, and listen to Elantris. And then I will update you when there's something else to update you on, because I've still got 3 days left of the week, and this will be my 18th book. in my wrap up that I'm going to be editing, I said I'd read 17 books already, but I hadn't. I'd read 16 books. And this was my 17th. But either way, I'm still really happy with that. I'm moving on to my 18th now with Elantris. So there we go. Anyway, that's me done. I'll update you when there's something to update you on. Bye.
I just don't wanna know who you give your loving to. You'll end up leaving here with someone. I just don't wanna know you be drinking way past 2, lights out and it's not me you're loving. I just don't wanna know who you with someone. I just don't wanna know. Cold sheets when you're leaving. Used to sleep between them. Now I'm sleeping different. I let you go. I'm not used to feeling like I'm needed. Guess I must have missed it. I should have known. You're probably with your friends dancing on tabletop.
It is now Saturday evening, 8 PM. Can't remember the last time I updated you. Do apologise. But I have been reading, just not been updating you. So I'm currently on chapter 11 of Elantris, and that is page 156 out of like 600. I don't know, I get what I'm counting. Ugh. And so far it is good. I don't know where it's going. We obviously, I don't know if you know what this is about, so I will briefly ignore the dry skin on my face. I'm going to get a shower. Yes, it's late in the day to be getting showers, but I'm going to get a shower and do a face mask and stuff because my skin's really dry for some reason. So just ignore the constant state of awfulness that is this. Okay, so for those who don't know, Elantris follows Prince Readathon, who has been changed by the Shade, which used to, they live in a place called Aralon, and it used to give people sort of like magic. 10 years prior to when this book starts, when you were turned by the Shade, it turned from something good to something bad, and then it turned you into, I think, based on what I'm saying, based on what I've read so far, it kind of makes you dead. Rather than turning you into a golden skinned demigod, it turns you into pale skinned, you get black marks all over you, it turns you into something bad. And then all these people who turn, they get thrown into Elantris, which used to be a prospering place, which is now full of all these decaying people. And they are called Elantrans, and they are seen as something really bad, and effectively they're just left in this place to die or to fester or whatever, out of the way of everyone else. Prince Readathon was touched or infected by this Shade the day before his wife came. His father had agreed to like this political marriage, and basically like prenuptial agreement, I want to say, said that if for whatever reason Prince Readathon was to die before the marriage actually took place, that they were effectively married and the person, like the wife, would need to stay. So this young lady called Serene agreed to this political marriage, and she had been speaking to Prince Readathon prior to her moving over to marry him, but she'd set off early to see him, and she's arrived and she'd found out that her prince is dead. So she thinks it's all very suspicious. At the moment, it's kind of like a dire situation. The king of Arelon seems to be a very not nice person. This priest is fanatical about his religion, and he's come to Arelon to basically say, believe what I believe, or so there's that that's going on as well. So yeah, it is all very political, and it's not action packed, and it is quite slow paced, but I kind of knew that going in because I expected that out of a 600 page book. There are bits where I've just sort of had to stop what I'm doing, because I've been listening to this mostly while I've been sort of like cleaning and things today, but there have been parts where there's been multiple people involved in a conversation, and I'm trying to I've had to stop and sort of read along with it as well, just to sort of gauge where we are and who we're discussing, who we're talking about. I'm going to continue reading, continue listening. I'm also applying for some new jobs, so I'll be doing that in the midst of things as well. Yeah, I'm going to have a bit of a chill night. I've not been feeling the best again, and I don't know why. But I feel like if I get a shower, put a face mask on, wrap up nice and warm, get a coffee, get some sneak, and just chill, that I will feel a bit better. I think it's also just because I'm not enjoying my job right now, so everything seems a bit more of an effort. I feel like I fumble my words a hell of a lot, and yeah, also a lot of my vlogs are me in the same position, same dressing gown on, because I have a boring life and I have no friends. Anyway, that's by the by. So I'll update you when there's something else to update you on, and I'll see you all in a bit. Bye. Hola. Hola, ¿cómo está? She said konnichiwa. She said pardon my French. Hello, it is Sunday and it's 10 to 12 p.m. It's 11:50 p.m. And today I have not done any reading. I have just had a really chill day. I am still currently on, should we open the book? Chapter 14, just going into chapter 14 of Elantris. So this will be carried over into March, but that's not a bad thing for me, because compared to my February book list, March is not as big. I've got about 7 or 8 books on my TBR for this month. However, there is going to be a weekend where there's Becca's Booktubs. I will leave it linked down below in this week's vlog, and I will also link it in my next week's vlog as well. She's doing a weekend like 48 hour, is it 48 hour? Readathon. I think it's 48 hour. I'm totally shattered today. I might end up reading more, but she said that if you're already reading a book that fits the prompts, then you can use that. So for the first prompts, it's fantasy and dark cover. I think I will correct myself on the screen if I'm wrong, but if that is the case, I can use Truth Rich for both of those prompts, which is fine because that doesn't increase my TBR at all. But the rest of the time, we don't find out the other prompts until we've already started the readathon. So yeah, we'll just see how that readathon goes. I do want to get at least 3 books in for that readathon. I'm gonna have to edit this tomorrow now. I'm gonna go to bed. I might listen to some more and read maybe another couple of chapters of this before I go to sleep, because I am tired, but knowing me, when I get into bed, I'll just sit staring at my ceiling for like a good 45 minutes because it's just the way that my body works. If you do like videos like this, random chaotic northerners just chatting rubbish, then please like, subscribe, follow me on my socials. I try to update my socials as much as possible. I'm more active on Twitter at the moment than Instagram, but I do try and update everything on Instagram. As I said, I am also revamping and re-updating and republishing things on my blog, so I will leave everything linked down below. I have an Amazon wishlist, I have a Goodreads, I have a coffee, I also have Instagram, Twitter, and I would say TikTok, but I don't really use it that much yet. I'm going to try and get back on that as well, but baby steps. And I will leave my blog link down below as well. Until next time, be kind, be happy, and stay true to you, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.